All right, welcome back. And in this lesson, we're going to be looking at the step-by-step method on how you can solve the question that is being displayed on your screen. And without wasting much of your time, let me take you to my whiteboard very quickly. Now, we're solving this question in no time, in a few minutes. Now, if you look at this question, of course, you know this is indices. But then there are several ways you can approach this question, but I'm going to be exposing you to a method that even a layman can understand that method. Some individuals can decide to consider using logarithm method to solve this particular question that you are seeing. But I tell you that is actually a long route. Without further ado, let me just take you straight to what I have to show you in this lesson. The first thing I want to do is let me just take this off quickly. So this is just by the top right corner. So the first I want to do is let me just show you the rule, one of the indicial rules that we are going to be using to tackle this question that you are seeing. And that rule is this. We know that if we have a raised to power b, put that in brackets, then raised to power c. In indices, it's the same thing as a raised to power b multiplied by c. Now, if we want to take an example, it means that, let's say for example 16 is the same thing as 4 raised to power 2. 16 is the same thing as 4 raised to power 2. Now, if you want to simplify this further, you can say 2 raised to power 2, then raised to power of 2. So if this law is anything to go by, what this implies is that when you have something like this, this automatically becomes 2 raised to power 2 multiplied by 2, which is the same thing as 2 raised to power of 4. So I've just been able to show you from either from left to right or from right to left. When you have indicial equation such that you have more than one power, all you just to do is multiply all the power. Then once you multiply all the power, you can then simplify that indicial equation. Now, this is the law that we're going to be using to solve this expression that you are seeing. 4 raised to power x equals to 8x. Let me wipe my board quickly. Now, in order for us to solve this, so the question we are solving. Now, the first thing you want to do is let's divide both sides by 8. In a sense, I'm trying to make x the subject of formula, though not actually the subject formula, but then I'm trying to express the left-hand side as a function of x, whereas we have on the right-hand side just x again. And as we proceed from here, you actually understand why we have to do what we are doing. But you need to know that the first thing you need to do is let's try and make x the subject on the right hand side. Then on the left hand side, every other thing follows. So the first thing you do is you can divide both sides by 8. You divide this two by 8. Now when you divide both sides by 8, automatically this now becomes 4 raised to the power of x divided by 8, which is equals to x. So that being said, the next thing we do is we know that 4 is a multiple of 2 and 8 is also a multiple of 2. So we can rewrite that as, let me just continue on this side. We can write that as 2 raised to the power of 2 or raised to the power of x divided by 2 raised to the power of 3, which is equals to x. Based on the law that I showed you earlier, that means that this automatically becomes 2 raised to the power of 2x divided by 2 raised to the power of 3, which is equals to x. Now bear this in mind. Now we have x equals to 2 raised to the power x divided by 2 raised to the power 3. So let me just let me take this off. So now we know that x equals to 2 raised to the power of 2x divided by 2 raised to the power of 3. Now don't forget that one of the laws of indices state that when you have a raised to the power of b divided by a raised to the power of c, this is the same thing as a raised raised power of b minus c. This is actually division law, which means that when you have a function just like the one you are seeing on the left hand side, you can see that this a is the same as what we have here. But if you have this to be a and this to be b, obviously this law cannot actually hold. Or if it follows anything like this, then you know that this law can simply hold. So if that is anything to go by, you can see that x from here, that means x equals to 2 raised power of 2x minus 3. Alright, now we know that x equals to 2 raised power 2x minus 3. And the original equation that we attempt to solve is this. Look at it. Beg your pardon. Our interest is to solve 4 raised by x equals to 8x. So all you need to do is, anywhere you see x, let's substitute 2 raised by 2x minus 3. Of course, you know that this holds. For whatever value of x, the right hand side will also be a function that we can actually make do of. So substitute x equals to 2 raised by 2x minus 3 in the original equation that you have. So when you do that, you have 4 raised power. Now x is taking 2 raised power 2x minus 3, which is equals to 8 multiplied by 2 raised power 2x minus 3. So then we can now simplify. So we have 4 raised power 2 raised power 2x minus 3 equals to 8 multiplied by 2 raised power 2x minus 3. Now, if we simplify this, this is the same thing as 4 is the same thing as 2 raised power 2, so we can say 2 raised power 2 raised power 2 raised power 2x minus 3. And this will give us 2 raised power 3 multiplied by 2 raised power 2x minus 3. And looking at what you have on the left hand side, this actually follows the first rule that I stated at the beginning of this tutorial. So if you've actually been following, that means this becomes 2 raised power. Just multiply all the parts together. So we have 4 into 2x minus 3. So then this will now be equals to 2. Of course, according to the law of indices, when you are multiplying two terms that have the same base, all you just have to do is add up their power. So this will become 3. So from there, this will become 3 plus 2x minus 3. So this will cancel out this. Then from there, we can now say this becomes 2 raised power. You can open that bracket, that will give us 8x minus 12, which is equals to 2 raised power 2x. According to the law of indices, this will cancel out this. And then from there, let's finish it up here. From there, we have 8x minus 12 equals to 2x. So if we collect like terms, we have 8x minus 2x equals to 12. So 6x equals to 12. Then from here, we can see that x equals to 2. And that is the answer. So obviously, if you look at the question that we were given to solve, 4 raised power x equals to 8x. Now we've been able to deduce that our x is 2. And if you substitute 2 in that equation, you observe that that answer is actually correct, because 4 raised power 2 will give us 16. Look at it, 4 raised power 2 will give us 16. At the same time, 8 multiplied by 2 will give us 16. So that means our answer is correct, x equals 2. So I believe it's quite easy. And so I believe this method is very easy to comprehend, and you must have learned one or two things. And if that is true in your case, please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell, so that as soon as I solve, difficult questions in a very, very easy to comprehend way. You'll be among the first set of people to get notified. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.